Amber arrives home with the shopping.
Amber?
Yes?
How do I apologize to Johnny?
That's for you to decide, Ford. I wasn't the one who fell out with him.
I know, but what is he gonna say? And isn't he now best friend with Sabrina? I'm probably just a friend now. Maybe not even that.
Ford.
What?
I think Johnny wants to be best friends with you. He just needed space. He doesn't hate you. He could never hate you. He was just hurt.
I wish Eliana had never come.
You had a choice to let her in.
How would I have known?
Okay then, you had the choice to listen to me about Eliana, or continue sharing everything personal with her.
I wish I hadn't trusted her. Johnny probably thought I cared more about Eliana than him.
I thought that about myself too. It seemed like you cared more about her than me.
Also, Amber.
You sound worried. What's up?
When Eliana came back earlier, I let something else slip out of my mouth. Something I really didn't want to tell her, but it just came out.
Was it about me? What was it, Ford?
Something that you don't know about.
Ford, you're scaring me. I thought we told each other about everything.
I was so focused on helping you out, helping you cope, that I didn't want to tell you.
Ford, tell me what?
You weren't the only one who was bullied at school.
Then who was?
Me?
You? You were bullied? Ford, why didn't you tell me?
Because I was fine and I was trying to help you. I didn't need to give you even more burdens.
Ford, I'm your sister. You know you can tell me anything.
I know, but I just didn't think like that.
I'm sorry. If I'd been more aware, I would have realized you were unhappy.
It's fine. So, anyway, I accidentally told Eliana I was bullied.
Ford.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I didn't mean to and it just slipped out of my mouth. I'm so bad at keeping things secrets.
No, Ford. No, you're not. You got yourself thrown down a staircase to protect me.
How does that show I'm good at keeping secrets?
You were scared of Kara and what she was capable of, weren't you? You didn't want to get hurt by her, right?
No, I didn't.
Kara said you wouldn't see tomorrow if you didn't tell everyone my secret. Wasn't that scary enough? And yet, you still protected me, even though I didn't deserve your loyalty.
It was scary. I was scared. But at least what she said wasn't true, because I did see the next day.
Not the point. I just meant hearing something like that from the school villain would have probably been one of the most scary things you'd ever heard in your life.
I know. And...
Hello.
What do you want? This is a private conversation between my brother and I.
Oh, you want to know what?
What?
I've been standing here for a while. You've been so distracted that you didn't even realize.
So, you heard the whole thing?
Of course.
Ford doesn't say anything, but bolts towards the front door, almost crying. Amber doesn't stop him.
Eliana, you're the one I hate, not him.
You always hated me, Amber. You always hated me, Amber.
You're not wrong, but I know what you're...
Amber, I suggest you don't tell him. Or anyone. Or else.
Eliana, you...
I what, Amber? I was nice to your brother. And yet all of a sudden, he starts trusting you and believes me to be a psychopath?
So?
You said something else to him, didn't you?
Nope, I didn't. It was all you being secretive.
So you're blaming this on me, Amber?
100%. Just leave, alright?
Oh, I will. But first, I need to go and speak to Johnny.
And say what?
Don't worry about it.
I will worry about it.
Eliana leaves, leaving Amber alone.
She is not going to get away with this.
Ford texts Livy, asking if he could come over. Fortunately, Livy's house isn't very far, so Ford is able to make his own way there. You sounded worried when you texted me. Come inside. Livy leads Ford inside. Ford, oh, what happened?
Nothing.
Ford, I know you're not telling the truth. You wouldn't text me in a panicked tone and ask to come over if something hadn't happened.
Why did I ever trust Eliana?
You're 11. Who can blame you for wanting to trust someone?
I always said to Amber I'd never ever trust anyone else. I made a mistake trusting Eliana.
Why? What happened?
Amber was right.
Ford, what happened?
She pretended to be trustworthy. She was heading out, being all secretive, wouldn't tell me anything, even though I told her everything. It was then I realized I just couldn't trust her anymore.
No one can blame you, though.
Amber probably does. I even told Eliana personal things about my sister. I promised I'd always keep her secrets.
How can you be expected to?
I get threatened by Kara, but I stand my ground. Don't share Amber's secrets and then get shoved down the stairs. But somehow I told Eliana even though she didn't even threaten to hurt me.
You could use some cake.
I probably need to eat, but it just hasn't been the first thing on my mind.
Stay for dinner then. Well, I'll have to ask my dad, but I'm sure he won't refuse.
Are you sure?
Of course, we can talk about what happens now, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm worried about Eliana's motives.
Surely she can't do anything majorly bad to you.
I have a feeling Amber knows what Eliana is planning to do. She just needs to tell me.
Any idea what she's planning to do?
No, but from the way Amber was talking, it doesn't sound good at all.
You should talk to her.
I will, later. She just might need some time to cool off. She was fine with Eliana when I belted out the front door.
I'm not surprised.
Me neither.
Heard anything from Ford lately?
Not really, no.
Sorry, I'm not the best person to give friendship advice.
It's fine. And anyways, aren't friends supposed to contact and speak regularly?
You keep saying he's going through a lot.
He is, though.
Was that your mobile?
I'll check.
Johnny checks his mobile and sees a text from an unknown number.
What does it say? What the? Who even sent that?
I have no idea, but I have a guess.
Who?
Eliana.
Johnny, no.
Who else then?
I have no idea.
It was Eliana. I'm sure of it.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me, Ford.
I didn't mean to drag you into all of this as well.
You didn't. Hi. Nico walks into the living room. Oh, hey Dad.
Evening, sweetheart.
Can Ford stay for dinner?
Of course. Dinner will be ready in about half an hour.
Alright. Nico exits the room and Livy turns to Ford. It seems like you could use a friend that isn't one of the two people you fell out with.
And yes, you're the only other friend I have.
Exactly. So don't worry about dragging me into this.
Fine, I guess. I don't like it.
Now, Ford, Eliana isn't going to get away with anything, and she won't go as far as everyone let Kara go.
No one could have stopped Kara.
They could have if they tried. Everyone was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But how?
Amber admitted she stayed at home and shouldn't have done. And Johnny said he could have stopped her pushing you down the stairs. Or am I remembering that wrong?
He didn't directly say that. I just implied that he feels that way. At least that he feels the accident was his fault, and he feels like he could have saved me from my injuries.
Right.
I wonder what he's told Sabrina.
Those two definitely looked awfully cozy and close when I saw them.
That's what I thought. They seemed to be having fun at the cafe together when Amber and I were there.
Is he always with Sabrina now?
I think so. There's probably no point even talking to him. I probably lost him for good now. He has her. I have no one.
You've got me, Ford, and your mum, and I'm pretty sure Amber won't hate you.
She's got Lewis, and other people to hang around with.
True, I suppose.
It's fine. I don't really care about myself, so I can see why other people won't.
Ford, no, don't be like that.
Why not?
Because if people are your true friends, they will care about you. I do.
Does Johnny care about me?
I can tell that Johnny would never stop caring about you. Just because he's with Sabrina doesn't mean he doesn't care.
But it seems like he cares about Sabrina, and not me.
I think, from what it seems, Johnny wants to give you space. Either that or he needs space. But I feel that when you two make up, you'll be best friends again.
Will there be room for girls?
What do you mean?
Will I have to share Johnny with Sabrina? Would Johnny make sure to make room for Sabrina in our group?
I mean, probably. He's not just gonna say to her, "Hey, I've got Ford back, we can't be friends anymore."
That makes sense.
Ford, you're young. All I want to say is, if you have the chance to make up with the people who were once really close to you, make up with them and make it last for life.
Do you have anyone to trust, Livy?
My dad, Michaela, you, I suppose.
No one ever trusts me.
Amber does.
Did. She definitely does not now.
Fair point.
I wonder if I'll ever earn Amber's trust back.
Eventually, but it'll probably take time.
You're right. I'm gonna give her a little bit of space.
I'm sure everything will work out.
Everything's been such a mess since I met Kara.
If you hadn't met Kara, you wouldn't have met Johnny. Do you regret that?
Well, I definitely wouldn't take me and Johnny back, but if I'd never met Kara, Eliana wouldn't have come over.
Maybe for other reasons?
She knew I was vulnerable because of my accident. That's why she came.
She can't just take advantage of an injured kid.
Well, she did, and like I said, Amber's already warned me so many times.
Ford, please stop blaming yourself.
It's my fault, my mess, and I have to fix this.
How are you gonna fix it?
By apologizing to everyone I hurt?
That's not a bad idea, Ford. But from the way you're talking, it seems like you think no one will accept your apology.
But they won't, Livy!
If that's what you think.
Ford's still not back? I hope he's okay. I'll give him a call. Ford?
Amber?
I'm worried about you. Where are you? Are you okay? You've been gone for ages.
I probably should have told you. I'm at Livy's house.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
Protective of me, then?
Ford, you've been really vulnerable since the accident. I care about you, and of course I want to protect you.
You wouldn't have said that a day or two ago.
I didn't mean what I said, Ford.
I know, but you still said it. I'd never say I hated you. That thought would never even cross my mind.
I already admitted I shouldn't have said it. But what more do you want?
Ford doesn't answer.
Ford?
Yes?
Nothing. Look, can we just start over? I can try my best to defend you from Eliana.
I don't need defending, Amber.
Too proud to admit that you need help again?
It's not like that. This is my mess, and I don't want anyone else to get hurt.
I don't want you to get hurt. Try thinking about yourself for once. You seem to think it's illegal to care for your own well-being.
I never said that. I just want to put others first.
Fine, I suppose. Anyways, when will you be home?
In about 3 or 4 hours.
See you then.
Is there someone at the door?
Yeah, I'm going to answer it. I hope it's not Eliana. Speak later tonight. Love you.
Amber goes to answer the door.
Louis?
Hey,
I wasn't expecting to see you here. Come inside.
are you home alone?
Yes, Ford's at Livy's, and Eliana, I don't care where she is.
Not surprised. Is Ford okay?
It depends how you define okay. He defended himself against Eliana, but I'm fearing it'll have consequences.
Don't worry about it, Amber.
You're always telling me to stop worrying. You know I worry 24/7.
I know, you worry too much.
I need to stop worrying, but I can't help it.
You gotta understand that Ford's becoming his own person. You have to let him do things his own way. It's the only way he'll learn.
He said something like he'd learned his lesson.
Do you think he'll trust anyone he doesn't trust already ever again?
For sure no. He trusts me, Johnny, and briefly Livy, who got him out of a heated situation. The likelihood of him trusting anyone else is very unlikely.
I get that.
Shall we go out for dinner?
Sure.
Dinner's ready.
Awesome, come on, Ford. The three of them sit down at a laid table and tuck into food. Nico decides to start a conversation with Ford.
So, Ford, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I've always loved playing video games. I play a lot, and I used to enjoy talking to people, but now, not really.
Well, why don't you enjoy talking to people anymore?
Because whenever I say anything, usually some sort of argument sparks up, and most people, when I talk to them, they just look straight through me.
Ignore those people. They're not worth your time. I listen, Amber listens, Johnny listens.
She's right. You only need a few people in your life if the people you do have truly care about you.
And they do.
Ford glances at Livy for a second. Huh?
You told me to just believe they cared about me.
They do. Stop doubting yourself.
Amber asked if we could start over.
She obviously cares about reviving your relationship. If she didn't care about you, she wouldn't even suggest that.
That's what I was wondering.
She cares, Ford. Admit it.
I've still got to write an apology note to Johnny. Or talk to him in person.
Ford, you don't want to destroy your friendship with him completely. It's best you do it as soon as you can.
If I'm ready.
If not now, then when? You can't just keep putting it off.
The weekend? Maybe then he won't be with Sabrina 24/7.
Ford,
What?
don't let his new girl put you off. Friendship should come before girls, especially close friendship.
Are you sure Johnny thinks that?
Well, if he doesn't, then that's his problem, not yours.
I enjoyed it when we were close. I do apologize for not asking about Noah yet.
Don't worry, you've had your own stuff to deal with.
You asked him to ask Johnny about Noah?
Yes?
Why?
I want to know what Johnny remembers. I want to know what truly did happen between him and Noah. Do you know, Dad?
Not really, no.
That's why I need to ask Johnny.
I'll try bringing it up when we're friends again. Right now, Johnny probably just wants to snap at me, and he especially will if I mention Noah.
Don't worry, alright? I suppose things are fine the way they are. At least I've finally made friends for once in my life.
Amber just texted. She says that she's going to the cafe with Louis, and the house will be empty right now.
Alright.
I wonder if it's a date.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Thank you for inviting me out.
Of course. We haven't had anything proper like this before.
We should spend more time together.
I know. I'm sorry. I was just wrapped up with Ford's dramatic life.
I don't blame you. Just don't worry.
I'm going to get up and order food.
2 hours later.
I wonder how Amber's doing.
She's probably having a lot of fun, and so are we. Right?
Oh, of course.
I'm relieved to hear that.
You think I wouldn't say yes?
Just worried you don't enjoy my company. Most people don't.
Sorry to hear that, Livy.
Don't worry about it. Ford gets his mobile out of his pocket, realising he left it on silent from when he switched it to silent before dinner.
Wait.
Ford, what's wrong?
6 missed calls from Amber? Oh no.
Ford hurriedly rings Amber. She picks up immediately.
Ford, where have you been?
Amber, what's wrong?
Ford.
Just tell me.
Ford, we've been burgled.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
Can only be one person, Eliana.